So, wasn't gonna talk about this child, but when I saw her up here spewing dangerous rhetoric, I had to step in the conversation. I really did. Okay. There's already enough toxic masculinity stuff going around. But then, I speak for the females in this situation because, these are the type, Ruby Rose, in my opinion, after you watch these videos, and I'm going to make my point here, is, and I hate to say this, now, Cassie did not deserve to get her ass whooped at all. Okay, nobody deserves to get hit on, beat on, or anything like that. But Cassie was a willing participant in those orgies. Okay, there was a lifestyle that Cassie was after. It was a nice lifestyle. I did hear from sources that she even threw it up in Kim Porterface. Okay, when he had, even though her and Kim did become friends before that, she was a new girl. She was this, she was that. She was the one on top. He had them beefed her head up like she was going to be that girl. But when he started treating her the same way he treated all of his other girls, that's when she woke up and started to mend and started to build relationships with the women that were already in his life because she realized that she had to get out. And then she tried to warn other girls, too, to not mess with him. Like Lori Harvey, she had got into it with Lori. She had got into it with Gina and stuff like that. And then they come back years later and, they try to sue for it, okay? I just think Cassie should have got half, not the full amount, because, the thing about it was, like, she was in charge of the orgies and stuff like that. And so to go back and try to blame someone for manipulating you and taking advantage of you when you were definitely over age and you were in charge. And I've spoken to a lot of the male prostitutes, and they said that they got the calls from her and she chose who she wanted to lay down with. She participated. She even, basically, forced them to do what he wanted because this is what turned him on. She was in the business of pleasing her man. Okay? No, domestic violence is not hilarious. Stop. Okay. So when Ruby Rose decided to sit down with Bobby, that awkward white girl, and tell a story that I thought was very, very dangerous, I said, I'm going to have to speak up on this, okay? Because, you'll get beautiful girls like her. She's absolutely gorgeous. I believe that she could do anything that she puts her mind to, not body, but mind. And she can dominate in whatever that is, okay? But when you'll see these girls get into these lifestyles, and so she was, with DDG, who was already a streamer for quite some time, and when they fall in love with these men and they're the same age, it's not like DDG was a Diddy or anything like that, and it's not like he's a perfect man out here, but he had suggested something to her. He didn't put a gun to her head, but for her to sit down and tell Bobby this, go.
Mama dump is I was talked into doing OnlyFans by my ex, and it was cool for the first couple of years, but now it's like I have to keep doing it too. Yeah. So I kind of relate to you in that way, and it's just definitely put a damper on my reputation, but it's a choice I made and I'm just gonna stick it out.
One more time, Jasmine, one more time. So basically what she's saying is that DDG, the reason she does OnlyFans is she makes a ton of money, over $1 million a month, okay? And she has a clothing line also. I believe it's like a clothing panty line or something, but she's doing very well, okay? And so she's very known on social media for her OnlyFans content, for her provocative content, and she's somehow been able to build other revenue streams doing that. But for her to sit down and tell Bobby this right here, the reason she's doing it is because DDG made her.
Mama dump is I was talked into doing OnlyFans by my ex, and it was cool for the first couple of years, but now it's like I have to keep doing it too. Yeah. So I kind of relate to you in that way, and it's just definitely put a damper on my reputation, but it's a choice I made and I'm just gonna stick it out.
That's dangerous. That's a dangerous comment. And I'm going to tell you why in a second. Because DDG had to respond because people are calling him, oh, you trafficking, oh, you pimping, you doing all of this, okay? And this is what it looks like. It's not like somebody came to her house, manipulated her, coerced her, and made her sell her ass for him. That's not what happened. That's not what happened. It's like these girls have a hard time trying to accept that this is the option that you chose to do. You did it. You're making a ton of money from it. And now you want to blame him because there is this side of it that's kind of like, I don't really think that's professional. You're better than this. Why are you stupid to this level? So it's her not taking accountability for her choice, her body, her choice, okay? And so when DDG responded, go ahead. Now, I don't even like this little boy here, but I'm with him. I'm on his side when he say this. Let's go.
But, you know, it's a choice I made. And
it ain't got nothing to do with me. Like,
right.
What? Like, she made it sound like I'm a. Now I can see if was getting a cut.
Exactly.
But if you making $800,000 a month,
right?
The hell? You better keep doing that shit. He said like it was a bad thing. That's how much of a real I am. I'm like, you know what? I see how people look at you on the internet and shit, boom. I'm like, you should do it. Even though I'm with you at the time. Like, I wasn't really tripping, you feel me? I'm like, a nigga wasn't on no, oh, I can get you turned up, sign a contract. It was never on that. It was just on some like, you should take advantage of this. It became a multi-million-dollar thing for you that I never asked for a penny for. So how is it a bad thing? I didn't talk you into doing nothing. You can stop whenever you want.
Sure can.
I thought it was player of me, but I guess this is a trauma thing. That don't make no sense to me though.
Yeah. Here's what I'm going to say about this, because I agree with him. It's not like he's getting a cut. It's not like he's trafficking you. And this happens a lot with these girls that get with these streamers that already have public, platforms. And when somebody sees your potential, right? And they say, hey, I think you should do this because there's nothing else you can do right now that can yield the type of money that you need. You should go out and do this. And you chose to do it. That ain't got nothing to do with him. Yeah, he gave you the idea, but he didn't force you to do it. And now you're saying that you're trapped? You got other ways to make money. You got an internet, you got followers. Ain't nobody asking. Listen, you do not have to send pictures of you putting bananas in your vagina for nobody. You wake up every day and you choose to do that because you make great money. And if you ask me, he saw the potential and the only potential that you had at the time, and it's paying off. And that's why you got a clothing line. I hate when these young girls get out here and trying to act like they ain't got no accountability for your choice. I done been with plenty men in the past. Plenty men, okay? All of them said I had good stuff, but ain't nobody suggested. Maybe somebody did suggest that I sell it, but did I sell it? No. Nobody put no gun to my head. This is not trafficking. And she can stop anytime she wants to stop. Lack of accountability. I want to make the guy look bad. I don't want to take self-responsibility. So when she got out here talking shit about Druski too, Druski just got put in a lawsuit saying he was over there at the Diddy party. Could have been doing anything. We don't know what he was doing at the Diddy party. I know he got a lot of ass that Diddy would like. So I'm trying to figure out what his fat ass doing up over there anyway, dying as hell, bending over and things. And he already spending the night with Consent and stuff. So, it's a boys club, right? But here's the thing. So when she was with Druski, she pretty much did the same thing that she did to DDG. And I'm just seeing a pattern with these girls out here, just like them little white girls who was talking about last week, who were sending pictures to companies that were profiting off of their pictures. And as soon as they turn 18, they want to sue the company for exploiting them, but you sent the pictures in. Oh my God. And they still out here sending pictures. These little boys better be, I got a son, so I'm putting them up on all game. I'm sorry. I am not, y'all can call me male identified, but I got a son and I got a daughter, and I put them up on both, okay? I put them up on both. But when she got out here trying to make Druski sound like he was thirsty and needed a woman because she was mad that he embarrassed her. Talking about, oh, he paying for me. He doing all of this. Knowing I knew personally that she was sleeping and laying down with Druski, but it just didn't look good for the brand. It didn't look good that he had ended things with you, and you're supposed to be one of the most beautiful women of Instagram times right now. Look at what she got. I'm telling you, just be lying out here. Go. Play the video.
Like the public. Okay, so I guess here's the honesty moment.
Oh,
you know this.
yeah, I know.
Okay, me and Drew were really in a relationship, and I said it was PR because he pissed me off and hurt my feelings. So yeah, but that was really lame of me and embarrassing that I shouldn't have said that. But I was like, I had to stand on it. But you know, it's in the past now, and we're friends and we're cool still. And we've known each other for like 10 years, like since high school type shit. It's like we're always gonna be friends. So I just want to clear it up because he was really bothered by that.
Please warn your sons. Please warn your sons. This is what you call vindictive. This is what you call I'ma spin the block. I'ma spin the narrative. Make sure I get my way. Sympathy, payola, whatever it is that I need, so I don't have to take self-accountability. And when I do decide to settle down and get married, all of this was not my fault. You ever seen a woman that feels like, she's beautiful, she got everything, but she could be doing more, but she's too lazy to do it. So she ends up doing, what she feels like she has to do in order to put money, food on the table and stuff like that. And then they want to make others feel as if you talked them into doing it, but really they just lack a self-accountability or just lack self-drive. Like, this is her. And there's a lot of them out here. Gen Z is on the loose. I'm telling you. Y'all better warn your kids. Be careful out here. She gonna be suing here soon. Watch what I tell you.